Mario Kart 8 is a great game and one of the best games you can find on Wii U. There are a total of 32 tracks in it, not including the DLC ones. And today, I'm going to rank those 32 tracks. So, without further ado, let's begin. 32, Rainbow Road. I've honestly never really liked this Rainbow Road. I'm awful at Mario Kart, so I always find myself falling off the edge, which is really annoying. I also don't really like the part with the conveyor belt. I don't really like anything about this track except that it looks pretty colorful and fun to look at. Let's move on to the next one. 31, Royal Raceway. This track is supposed to be based on Peach's castle, but it's not that good. My problem with it is that it's just too boring. Usually in Mario Kart there's something new around every turn, and that's what makes it stand out from every other racing game. In this track though, it's just not like that. There's one paragliding section, but that's all. Everything about it is just boring. You race on this road, and that's about all. 30, Donut Plains 3. Wait, why is this called Donut Plains? It has nothing to do with donuts. Anyway, my problem with this track is similar to that of Royal Raceway. It's the same old thing most of the time, except for going over a bridge every once in a while. There's also no gliding segments, which is too bad, as I like those. 29, Moo Moo Meadows. This track is from Mario Kart Wii, and it's kinda good, but it is kinda annoying when you bump into a cow, even though it doesn't happen that much. 28, Piranha Plant Slide. Piranha Plant Slide is okay. The reason I don't like it is because you go underwater in it, and I don't like underwater segments in Mario Kart. Other than that, it's fine, I guess. 27, Sherbetland. I am not a big Sherbetland fan. It's not like it's super bad or anything, it's just that there's nothing here that makes it stand out from the others. It's not good, but it's not bad either, so let's just move on to the next one. 26, Mario Circuit. Mario Circuit is the same deal as Sherbetland. There's nothing that sets it apart from the other tracks. It ain't good, but it ain't bad. 25, Dolphin Shoals. You go underwater a ton in Dolphin Shoals, and like I said, I don't like going underwater in Mario Kart. I don't really like going underwater at all in Mario games, to be honest. It's not really my thing. 24, Yoshi Valley. Yoshi Valley is a kinda complicated track with a ton of different routes to take. It's a pretty good stage, I'm not gonna lie. The music is good too. I like it. 23, Water Park. Water Park equals water. Water equals bad. Bad equals I don't like this track. It's not underwater the whole time though, so I will give them that. 22, Mario Kart Stadium. MK Stadium is the first track in the whole game. I really like the part where you go on the big grass area floating in the air where the road makes a U-turn. Also, no water. 21, Cheap Cheap Beach. Cheap Cheap Beach. It's probably a stage with tons of underwater segments and... Hey, wait a second. Is there a single underwater segment in this whole track? There's not? Yay, brownie points for you. 20, Thwomp Ruins. Thwomp Ruins is a pretty good track. There is an underwater portion of the track, but it's thankfully optional. It also has good music. 19, Dry Dry Desert. Dry Dry Desert's a good stage. I like the part with the quicksand and you have to drive around it. There's also another part of the track with pokies you've got to avoid. It's pretty good. 18, Toad's Turnpike. Toad's Turnpike is a track where you race on the highway with actual, real cars. Sometimes the cars have ramps on them and they let you go upwards and you can do tricks on them, which is pretty cool. Pretty good track, 8 out of 10. 17, Sweet Sweet Canyon. This is one delicious track. You start off going in this cave thing, then you paraglide. After that is a brief underwater segment. Then you choose between going on a blue track or a pink one. You then race through some chocolate and even near a donut. And then after that, the track is finished, and boy was it a ton of fun. Number 16, Mario Circuit. I feel like Mario Circuit really takes advantage of the whole anti-gravity gimmick in Mario Kart 8. It seriously, genuinely, honest to goodness feels like you're racing in zero gravity, which is a ton of fun. Watch out for the piranha plants on the side, though. 15, Grumble Volcano. This one is from Mario Kart Wii. This track has you driving in a volcano with tons of molten lava surrounding you. The scenery in the background is epic, and I just love it. How are they not overheating when they go on this track, though? Like, they're not even sweating a little bit. 14, Twisted Mansion. Oh, so spooky and scary. This is a pretty good track, I'm not gonna lie. First, there's a portion where you drive on the walls near a big table. Next, you have an underwater segment. Ugh. Well, I'll accept it this time, because the rest of the track makes up for it. After that, a bunch of statues try crushing you with hammers, and then it ends. That was a good track. 13, Shy Guy Falls. This is a pretty good track. You do go on top of a waterfall, but that doesn't count as an underwater segment. You see, instead of driving in the water, you drive on top of the water. That, my friend, is totally fine by me. And is it just me, or does there seem to be a lot more jumps and parts where you go upwards in it than normal? But anyway, moving on to the next one. 12, Wario Stadium. And I thought there were a lot of upward parts in Shy Guy Falls. Look at this one. You probably go up like every 10 seconds. In Wario Stadium, you have to drive through a lot of rings of fire, and you go near a lot of fire in it. That's all I really have to say for this stage. 11, Tick-Tock Clock. No, not that Tick-Tock. Tick-Tock Clock is supposed to take place inside of a giant clock. It's a lot of fun to race on, and I do like it. 10, Rainbow Road N64. The original version of this one had tons of railing on the side, and that made it literally impossible to fall off the edge. Fans did not like that, so Nintendo removed a lot of them and only added railing on sharper turns. This also, like the one in Mario Kart 64, is a pretty long track to complete, but honestly, I'm fine with it. 9, Music Park. Music Park is supposed to be based on, well, music, obviously. You drive on a ton of different instruments, and you can even bounce off of a drum. There are also these guys that jump from side to side that look like a black version of Bob from VeggieTales. And as you would expect from a track called Music Park, it has decent music. 8, Cloud Top Cruise. How are they all driving on clouds? In real life, you would just fall right through. But anyway, this is a well-designed track. Something I do like about it is if you listen closely to the music, you can hear a hint of Gusty Garden from Super Mario Galaxy, which is really something special. Come on, Nintendo. If you're gonna reference the Galaxy theories, then just give us the third one. Number 7 is Bone Dry Dunes. This track has a lot of good shortcuts. It fits the theme very well. Toads also throw coins at you, which is useful. 6, DK Jungle. This track is based on Donkey Kong Country. The music is even from that game series. You can bounce off of flowers in it sometimes. It also has a lot of shortcuts similar to the last one. I love it. 5, Toad Harbor. And if you think the last two had a lot of shortcuts, look at this one. Toad Harbor is basically all about shortcuts. This track has a lot of creativity poured into it. You can tell. When you race on this track, it truly feels like you're racing in an actual real town, and that is the reason why I love it. 4. Bowser's Castle. Oh boy, we're getting into the real good ones. First, there's a bunch of lasers that you have to avoid. Then you have to go down this long hall and avoid a couple of obstacles. But then after that, there's a giant Bowser that tries to crush you with his hands. Then you paraglide over some lava, and then it ends. Great track, 9.5 out of 10. 3. Electrodome. Electrodome is one groovy stage. Everything here looks more lively and upbeat than normal. I'm loving all the vibrant colors. They all look really good. Everything about this track looks good, come to think of it. 2. Sunshine Airport. Sunshine Airport takes place in, you guessed it, an airport. When you go on this track, it honestly feels like you're racing in a real airport. You even get to race on an airplane for a little bit. It's great. How can you top this? Well, and now, the number 1 best Mario Kart 8 track is Mount Wario. Mount Wario has always been my favorite Mario Kart 8 track. Instead of going around the same track 3 times like you normally do, you go on one long track one time. The reason I like it so much is because there's something new for you every 10 seconds. So, first you start off in an airplane. Then you go down a giant mountain. Next, you go through a big cave. After that, you go on top of a giant dam. After that, you race through a forest, and finally, there's a big crowd cheering you on to get to the end. And when you do finish, it ends with a feeling of satisfaction, like you actually accomplished something. And this is the reason why Mount Wario is my favorite track in Mario Kart 8. Always has been, and always will be. But in the end, I do like Mario Kart 8. Not all tracks are the best, but there are a lot of good ones. That's the reason I like this game so much. And with that, thanks so much for watching. Remember to like this video, subscribe for more, and tell me something awesome in the comments below. I will see you guys next Friday, and goodbye.